Hey, what's up, everybody? Peace, 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 people. I was going to take today off. I woke up with my throat a little bit raspy, but man, I've been looking at some of the stuff online about Pan-Africanism and people just pressuring poor little old Black Americans into all kinds of stuff, all kinds of attentions being brought to us. And just around the bend, we got these mass deportations, We cannot forget what is about to happen and what people are trying to do to include us in the festivities or whatever they're going through, and how we are seemingly being played by Pan-Africans. And they're working hard. They're working 9 to 5, if not overtime. But we do know the truth. Pan-Africanism has been dead for a long time. It's never really existed really in the real world. People only played the part in America briefly. But we do see that, Pan-Africanism is just for imaginations, fraud, people just using it as a cloak or to hide behind what they're really into or what their real intentions are. I want to go through some of the things that I've been noticing on social media. There's going to be a tug of warring unlike no other that I am seeing going on. I wish people would get to the resolution part of the debate. I wish people would just stop playing with us in our faces about being involved in Pan-Africanism and thinking about Africa. It's like, you guys don't think about Africa. You guys are not Pan-Africans, but yet people are trying to apply this pressure, this delusional pressure onto us when we already know the real truth behind Pan-Africanism, or you should know the spirit really behind it. It is the Black supremacy of the white supremacy. It's the same coin, but on the other side of the coin is Black supremacy. And you have a lot of people, a certain set of people that are pushing and peddling Pan-Africanism really hard, forcefully onto Black Americans. And we are the people that is being really beat up right now. We are really being torn all over the place. And I've never seen nothing like it. I never imagined that so much attention would be brought to our step. But this is what is going on. What's up, Blue Butterflies? How are you doing? Lord makes a way. Sheena and everybody in the clouds. If you could, please hit the like. Please hit the like. I have a couple of videos that I wanted to show. I won't be on too late, but I do want to show a few things about what has just transpired. We have the Black Caucus now selecting a pro-immigration rep to the Black Congressional Caucus. So we already have lost our leadership. We as Black Americans literally are without leadership. No man, we have a lot of delusional men calling themselves being leaders, but they're not true leaders and they're delusional. And I will show a video about how far gone a lot of our Black American men have become with their delusions. I'll show that a little bit later. But first, there is a new select pro-immigration rep by the name of Yvette Clark, and she is to lead the group. And her first destination of conversation is being pro-immigration. Pro-immigration, as you know, is not a benefit to Black Americans at all. It's been really a stranglehold onto us. And so some of these deportations, like the illegals and the criminals, I welcome. I'm looking forward to some of those people being taken off of the streets. But we have Democrats that are already setting in motion their counter to fight back against Trump. And our so-called leaders have jumped off the cliff for immigrants. And they're not hiding it. It's just deliberate. It's right in your face. It's ready or not. That's all you're going to get. And anything that we want to talk about is not going to be a conversation no more. It's like we have been passed by. And I want us to understand that we literally have been passed by, and everybody expects us to stay put in that position and be okay with that situation and somehow welcome it to continue. So let's look at this first video. This comes from, let me see if it's African diaspora. It is from Emancipation Media. Of course, the news or the diaspora network, I think it's called the African diaspora, excuse me, I'm all over the place. It's also led by this guy, Phil Scott. And he's going to talk a little bit about this pro-immigration rep, Yvette Clarke. All videos that I show will be under fair use of the 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976 for education, observation, research, commentary, and informational. Please hit the like, please subscribe, please support. Stop being haters. The truth is the truth. We have got to face the reality versus what we would like to make believe things to be. And hopefully seeing these videos will resonate with the reality that we have in front of our faces, not what people want to paint behind the curtains and try to make us be tricked into believing other facades that are not even there. That's keeping us bound down. Okay, let's go.
Black Caucus has just, put Representative Yvette Clarke as, the chairperson for the Congressional Black Caucus. Now, she is of Jamaican descent, and she's extremely pro-immigration, pro-foreign national. I want you to hear what she says here, and this is why the Congressional Black Caucus needs to be cleaned out from the top down.
I'm Congresswoman Yvette D. Clarke, and I proudly represent New York's 9th District in the United States Congress. I'm also honored to share this moment with you and announce that my colleagues have just recently elected me by acclamation to take the reins of the prestigious caucus as its chair in the 119th session of Congress. I'm grateful to my colleagues, and I know we have a long road ahead, but I'm ready to lead the caucus toward a pathway forward. Well, we've already begun circulating letters concerning mass deportations and whatever this administration can do in its waning days to undergird their temporary protected status, deferred departure policies. We understand that particularly across this nation, you have blended families. Someone in that family may be a citizen, the other person may be a resident, the other person may be in between status, without status. The breaking up of families on its face is anti-American. We've seen this administration, however, not turn its back away from separating families. And so we have to get out.
Again, we are specifically talking about illegal aliens, immigrants that are criminals that are going to be mass deported, and she's trying to put a spin on it like, they're not over here illegally. They took the risk. They know that the time is up. Go back to wherever they come from. And if they decide not to go back, should that be our problem to trip off of like they would like us to do? They have more than enough time still to get ghost. This is already the 30th of December. So they have 20 more days, and they've been knowing that Trump has won for a while now. So there's really no excuse to me to give to illegal people that are continuing to come over here. And they know that they're risking coming over here, especially now. But she's trying to put up this notion of family, no separation, and this and that and the other, advocating for these illegals. And this is a big issue that I'm having with these so-called people in power and position that's supposed to represent all of the folks that are in America that are Black Americans included. But somehow they have forsaken us and they have moved on to the next best thing since sliced bread. And that seems to be the illegals. And this is what we got going on. This is the reality that we're facing. And this is the spit in our face. This is the slap in our face as well. But let's continue to listen.
Front and center to say that we won't tolerate it and to build common cause across this nation. Because indeed, I think that this nation is in for a rude awakening should this mass deportation plan.
And without it, we'd be in a rude awakening, even more for our situation. 22 estimated people came over the border in the last 4 years. 22 million estimated. That is extremely high. This is all Biden and Harris' fault. Yet we are supposed to just carry the weight of their making this purposeful mistake on our watch. And this person is supposed to say, we're going to help make it easy for these mass deportations to happen, these illegals to get up out of here. All these crimes are escalating. Someone got put on fire just not that long ago in New York, and various other crimes are happening and escalating, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And she's sitting up here acting as if everybody's just innocent and angels and everything is everything, and it's not. But this is what we got going with our leadership. This is what we have to deal with. This is some bullshit.
Go into effect. Not only does it affect our humanity, it affects just about everything that impacts our way of life. And we will see that in short order should this mass deportation plan go into effect.
Now you understand why delineation has happened and why a lot of people are calling people out. She got up here pushing pro-immigration. It doesn't benefit FBAs at all. Yvette Clarke, Representative Yvette Clarke, talking about trying to stand against Trump and mass deportation. What the hell that got to do with black people? Nothing. Nothing. We have 40 plus million black Americans in this country that need help. And they are already gearing up to be fighting a fight that has nothing to do with us. And that's why we don't have the respect for the congressional black.
And they expect us to really have this empathy and sympathy for illegals, for put them over us. This is not good. This is terrible. Let me see what some of you guys are saying in the chat room. Please hit the like for those who have not yet. I see there's 41 people here. It's free. It does not cost anything. And let me see what you guys are saying in the chat room. Let me finish the rest of this and then I'll see what you're saying in the chat room. Let's complete this video first and then I'll see. Let's go.
Caucus. Why don't you be about pro-black America first? Why don't you be about that? But no, that's not what they're about. That's why some people call them the Congressional Black Immigrant Caucus. Because there's a lot of them standing up there are immigrants. They don't come from a lot of them don't come from the soil. I'm not saying all of them, but Yvette Clarke, she's an immigrant. The gentleman behind, I forgot that gentleman's name, he's Caribbean immigrant too. The one that was standing to her right, the guy that was over it the last time, he's a Caribbean immigrant as well. And of course, the Ilhan Omars and all of that. We won't get nowhere as a community.
And of course, the immigrants, the ones that are up for mass deportations, the ones that know that they're in hot water right now, the ones that are wondering what's about to happen is, thinking that somehow we as Black Americans should be on their side and join forces with them and call it Pan-Africanism right now, as if it's a doable thing to do here. Considering the environment, it's very it's ridiculous. It's not going to happen. I don't know why people put that on us. This is all the conversations I've been hearing on social media, though, evolving around us and our identity, Pan-Africanism. Why won't we get involved in this and that and the other, and all these different things? People really have a high expectation of what Black Americans are supposed to do for the greater so-called good of the melanated folks. But those melanated folks, again, want to be in America. And if they're not here legally, then that is not our business. That is not our problem. That is something separate from us. And yet they're trying to use Pan-Africanism as a glue to try to work through that lie that somehow something can be worked out in the midst of these things we know is about to occur. We know it's coming down the road, not too far away from now. And, you know, we have our leaders they're getting ready to help, you know, protest or whatever the hell they're calling themselves trying to do. But I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to be trying to support illegals over me. That is not what makes any sense at all for survival, for the people that's trying to survive here, living here, been here for generations, and seeing that this country is being taken over by a lot of idiots and the Democrats and all of that. Let's go.
If this mess keep going on, you know, with these people, we just keep it 100. We get nowhere because we have no proper representation that come from the grassroots. All of them are bought and paid for, all of them. And we always having to fight constantly to get somewhere. But during this administration with Trump, I'm going to be one of the ones. I can't speak on other brothers and sisters. I'm going to be on Yvette Clarke's head like water that come from the sky with rain. If she really go there, I'm on her. I'm on her every day. The Great Black Caucus talking about start speaking against mass deport.
Now, mind you, I have written to the Black Caucus many years ago now, about 3 or 4 years. Now, the main person that I wrote to is passed, Sheila Jackson Lee, and now she's taken over the helm of this organization. And they're just going to be a thorn in our side. That's what she's letting it be known to the world. We're going to be a thorn in y'all's side. We're not going to do nothing for the American people. We have moved on past you. You're not important to us no more.
I'll be doing a stream, a podcast every night, speaking against that mess. Because no. And the grassroots better be on their head too. There's so many issues that we can be talking about: reparations, the anti-Black hate crime bill, Black people having proper health insurance, Black people getting food, education, so many different things that we need. You know, skilled trades we need. Some local community college that we need for jobs or whatever. That's what we need to be talking about. Not no Trump with no mass deportations. So yes, I'm on her. Let her talk. That's your intention, ma'am? Just as I was on Kamala, I'll be on her. I'll be streaming about her every night the moment she talk. Like that. Every time she say something, I'm on her. Y'all definitely got my commitment, because we're not gonna put up with that from the Congressional Black Caucus. No. It's a new day around here. It's a new day. The Democrats.
And in other words, we have to change our mindset because the leaders have abandoned ship. We got to force the situation as far as how we are going to perceive stuff to be and mean for us or against us, instead of us being in this cloud of delusion that Pan-Africans and other people that are peddling this false narrative of pro-illegal immigration onto us. And they're going to use our story. They're going to use our history. They're going to use our civil rights. They're going to use all these things to try to tie in with these illegals. And I rebuke that sentiment. But these people are the ones that are going to be peddling this CBC. And all these other so-called groups, the NAACP, the Urban League, and other people that's supposed to be in our corner are obviously for what the Democrats want to continue to do, which is get in the way and be a barricade or a barrier against Trump. And that is not what we need for our progress. We have a lot of changes that's down the pipeline about to happen with everybody else that's going to get ready for these different changes. But what are we going to be able to do? Obviously not too much if we're being ignored. That's my point. We're being ignored on purpose. And Phil Scott is seeing that. And, there's a lot of other news that's pointing to that truth. We got to fess up to what we want to see things as, the realities of what's really going on with us, to us, against us, not for us.
Is a problem for Black America. And a lot of us are waking up to see it, but we got to stay on their neck, because if we don't, they're going to get back in position. We got to stay on them. This is a lyric.
All right, so that's the first video I wanted to show. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat room. Laura Makes a Way says, I was in Kala's live. I know you were. He was heated last night, wasn't he? He was heated. The delusions are going up, 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 up. I'm going to show this video not too long away. This guy is really delusional, and it seems to be the same mindset that many of our so-called men are having in the community right now. Sheena's saying, I cannot wait for deportations. I can't wait for a lot of the crime to go down, for the people that are dangerous out here to be taken off the streets, and lessened amount of these people that are just here, which is dangerous overall. Everything. You said the deportations can't come quick enough. Oh, okay. I heard that. It's 3 more weeks and the people know what's coming down the pipeline, so they can play stupid if they want. But I'm not going to be there trying to protest or do anything for any of them. What's up, Blue Butterflies? How are you doing? Okay. Mike, be careful. Who's that? Oh, okay, somebody else. I don't know. Sheila King says, hi, I'm a subscriber. I came across the content creator who does content about HR. I'm not quite sure what HR is. Laura Makes a Way says, these people are dangerous. They will fight for illegal aliens, but not for Black Americans. That's what's going on. It is called treason in my mind. That's what we got going on. The agenda still is intact as far as what these Democrats are trying to accomplish, which is replacement of us, by still forcing these people onto us. And Trump is trying to do the opposite of that. And they're going to be in the way of him, and they're going to try to use us in their bullshit. Sheena says, have you heard of BAJI? The melanated immigrants try to get us involved with it. The website is baja.org. No, I don't know anything about that, but I'll try to look it up. But everybody's trying to reach out to us. People are desperately reaching out to us as if we're Jesus, as if we can save people. And we don't have that ability to save other people. We have to save ourselves. We got to look out for ourselves. We got to think about our own survival. People are not expecting us to. And that is very, very problematic. You said, I'm going to look them up, Sheena. Okay. You said you came across it 2 years ago. BSIA talked about it recently. Their immigration issue is not our problem. It's not. And so Pan-Africanism is a lie right there, right then and there. Pan-Africans claim that they want to deal with Africa, or they want to be in Africa, or they want to build in Africa. Well, why won't they go? Why are they fighting to stay here if that is their agenda ultimately? And why are they so bothered by us not caring about going or proclaiming to mountains that we want to be involved with Africa? And this narrative that people are just trying to force feed to us is really getting on my last nerve, to really be honest with you. We keep hearing the same debates and the same people running around with their head cut off screaming Pan-Africanism, Pan-Africanism, as if that's a magical word, as if that's going to do something for somebody. And it's not going to do anything for anybody ever, except for liars, people that's trying to conceal their true ulterior motive on what they're about. Blue Butterfly says, I know of some Jamaicans who have been living in this country for 35 plus years, working, building families, all the benefits of living off the radar, no desire to want to become American. But when the, where were you? See if you said something else. I guess you cut off right there. Okay. So they're not trying to change anything. They came over here 35 plus years, though. That's a long time to be doing all of that off the radar. That's something else, Blue Butterflies. Laura Makes a Way says Kathleen Wells with the Center for Immigration Studies spoke about these people undermining Black Americans. Yeah, I did a video, I think, about her and a couple of other people on that same platform. And they said that it's devastating to our community. It is not meant to be a blessing to us whatsoever. And people are going to try to play in our faces as if they're in our same, we're all in the same boat together. And we need to think about them more than us. It's ridiculous. Hit the like, you guys. Hit the like button for the truth. Laura Makes a Way. Thank you for that. Sheila says, how can I reach out to you so that you can view the video about why employers favor HB1 visas? I was looking into that, Sheila. I just got a couple of videos that kind of talked about it a little bit. I haven't gotten around to looking into it just as much as I thought to yesterday. I was actually considering looking into some videos yesterday, but I haven't got there, but I will get there. But if you have any ideas, you can go to one of my videos and you can put in the comment section whereabouts to go to see the video. No links though, because I have been, what do you call it? Where somebody sent a virus or what hacked before. I've been hacked before. So just name the title or where to go and what the name of the content creator is underneath the video that I have up today. Hopefully will play because yesterday's video didn't stay up. But this video or another video, you can put the information in and I'll go check it out. Thank you for that. I appreciate you, Sheila. Laura Makes a Way says no visas, period. The country needs to be shut down. I believe so too. I think that the debate is about who is going to be prominently with those types of visas. Is it the Indian people? Is it the Asian people? It sounds a little like MAGA got a little upset. Some of the supporters were letting their racism come out, I guess, at the Indian guy, what's his name? Vivek. And on that order, but I will look into that some more to bring more information about that as soon as I'm able. Thank you for letting me know about that though, and everybody else. If you have anything that you want to show me or suggest, please drop it at the bottom of the video for the comment section. You said CBC abandoned Americans years ago. They are advocating for immigrants. Yes, they have. They have bypassed us. They have simply pushed on past us, and they're using everything attached to us, though, connected to us, though, to forward the plight of other people. And that is so disrespectful. That just shows you how they're not for us, and they are definitely not Pan-African. They are pan-pro illegals. That's what they are. Pinky says we don't need the CBC anymore. Trump has Bannon in his ear. He's more than all those so-called legacy organizations. Pinky says, Phil Scott, why you didn't say anything years ago about the CBC? I said it many of times. You said Africa. Yeah, everybody is putting that on us like that's the next best thing since, peanut butter or something. I don't think so. You said African Goddess was there also. I'm sure it was, I think I wasn't really looking into the comment section, but I heard some of it before I went to sleep. Pinky says African Goddess and G are always in Kala's chat. He's funny. He's a doofus. Sheila Jackson said HR, human resources, the workforce. Okay. And Pinky says, Baja, that's a group of Africans. They are DK smart. They don't need us. They don't need us. But they want us to get involved with their bullshit. Want to tie us up in their stuff. You said I just listened. His voice is irritating. I couldn't take it. Pinky says Trump and Bannon are our blessings. America is getting a reset. I really hope so, Pinky. I'm kind of nervous a little bit because there's so many different things that could possibly happen that we just won't see coming. And I just don't know what to say about it. I'm just like, wow, what's around the bend? Pinky says HB1 visas is what was used in California to put American me out of construction. What? See, well, that's not a good thing then. HB1 visa sounds like that's having immigrants come in, right? Doesn't that what that means? Like from different places around the globe, like India or some places of Asia, can get those privileges to be able to come over here and do the same thing that mass deportation or mass immigration has been doing to us. You said, yeah, Indians. You said Indians are Asians. Oh, okay, that's right. That's right. That's right. You said California is gone. It is. And then Sheena says there are a lot of Indians with the dot on their forehead in Milpitas, California. They wear their traditional attire. And Sheila says the creator anti-HR and HR consultant why employers really favor HB1 visas 2 days ago. Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna check that out. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that real quick. If it comes up, maybe I'll play it right now. HB1 visas. Yeah, I know that uproar. Okay, let's look at this video real quick. I'll check this out. This was a video that I was about to look at, but I hadn't gotten to it yet. And we'll try to answer the question about what's the meaning of these visas. I don't think it's meant to be a blessing for us, though, as a whole, but let's see what it says. If you guys could, please hit the like, please share, and subscribe. Let's go.
Tonight, as President-elect Donald Trump is preparing for a widespread immigration crackdown when he takes office 25 days from now, we're seeing a crack between some of his top advisors and his MAGA base. Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy are both facing major blowback from their own supporters for not only backing, but encouraging offering more visas to highly skilled foreign workers. Over the Christmas holiday, Musk posted this online saying, think of this like a pro sports team. If you want your team to win the championship, you need to recruit top talent wherever they may be. He later added, I'm referring to bringing in, via legal immigration, the top 0.1% of engineering talent as being essential for America to keep winning. He's talking about H-1B visas, which allow employers to hire highly skilled foreign workers. Musk, who himself is from South Africa, said that he once had this kind of visa, and he's arguing that Silicon Valley is facing a shortage of excellent engineering talent, as he put it. But the annual cap on those kinds of visas right now is at $65,000, then another $20,000 for those who get a master's or a doctorate in the U.S. Musk is being backed up by his partner in Trump's government efficiency initiative, Vivek Ramaswamy. He says it's a cultural issue that there aren't more competitive engineers in the U.S. Here's what he said online. A culture that celebrates the prom queen over the math Olympiad champ or the jock over the valedictorian will not produce the best engineers. A culture that venerates Corey from Boy Meets World or Zach and Slater over Screech and Saved by the Bell or Stefan over Steve Urkel and Family Matters will not produce the best engineers. But that argument is not going over well with Trump's MAGA base, certainly not online. Some of them saying We did not ask them to engineer an immigration policy. Tech wants indentured servants, not high-skilled workers. You don't even know what MAGA immigration policy is. Now, Trump himself, who I should note restricted H-1B visas in his first term, has said on the campaign trail this time around that he did want to make it easier for educated foreigners to work in the U.S.
What I want to do and what I will do is you graduate from a college, I think you should get automatically as part of your diploma a green card to be able to stay in this country. And that includes junior colleges too. Anybody graduates from a college, you go in there for 2 years or 4 years. If you graduate or you get a doctorate degree from a college, you should be able to stay in this country.
My political sources tonight are former New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio, CNN political commentator and Republican strategist Sir Michael Singleton, and also CNN economics and political commentator Catherine Rampell. And Catherine, you have covered this issue for a long time. Can you just lay out what we're looking at here in this divide between what Elon Musk says he thinks would be the best for the United States and why we are seeing something that we have not seen, frankly, almost at all lately, which is a lot of people in the MAGA universe outright disagreeing with him, arguing with him, and breaking with him online.
So Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy in this particular case, I think are exactly right. America's ability to attract talent from around the world is basically our economic superpower. The fact that, in particular, we've been able to attract high-skilled immigrants quite reliably in this country over the past century or so is why we have this enduring leadership in science, tech, and business. So just as an example, of all Fortune 500 companies, about half of them were founded by immigrants or the children of immigrants. And of the Nobel laureates, American Nobel laureates who have received prizes for the hard sciences this century, about 40% of them are immigrants who came to this country. So again, this is our superpower, and I'm very glad that Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy recognize it. I very much hope that they are able to influence Donald Trump on this particular issue, but I'm doubtful about it because just as you mentioned, in his first term, Trump was actually quite hostile to legal immigrants, in particular, by the way, high-skilled legal immigrants. He made it really hard for them to come here, not just those who wanted work authorization, international students who cross-subsidize American students, by the way. He basically harassed them and made it very difficult for them to keep their legal documents in order. That's because as much as Trump has said, he only objects to illegal immigration, he's very much in favor of legal immigration. His policies don't bear that out, and that's partly because Stephen Miller is the one who was the architect of Donald Trump's immigration policies last time around and will probably do so again this time around, and is unlikely to adopt the sort of Vivek Ramaswamy view of things.
Yeah, Stephen Miller's getting a huge job in the West Wing. He's been around Trump for the 4 years he was out of office. And Sir Michael, as the Republican here, I wonder what your view on this is, because this is happening within the Republican Party. I mean, these are two top advisors to Trump, the MAGA world, who are kind of framing this as the true believers who say, we asked for stricter immigration policies. That didn't mean coming with a carve out for high-skilled workers that they say are taking American jobs here.
Yeah, look, I think with all due respect to Mr. Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, they should focus on saving federal dollars for the taxpayers and not immigration policy. I understand some of the points that Catherine made, and I agree to an extent, but I think the U.S. should focus more on domestic skill development. Studies also show that H-1B1 exacerbates employers hiring individuals from outside of the country when they can potentially hire minorities, for example, which we know there's a shortage.
It's always going to be a problem with these immigration policies. Let me see what you guys have to say before I continue. It's a lot. It is a lot. Man. Yeah. Like we can't do those jobs no more. Like there aren't anybody here in America that can do those jobs. And they're giving a whole lot of power to Elon Musk, it seems, and this other guy, Vivek, if they're not doing their job, that they haven't even made it to office yet. And they're already scrambling about as if they're making power moves right now, and that's going to affect us, of course. Let me see what you guys are saying. You saw a lot of them are engineers. HB1 visas put American men out of construction. Wow. Indians refuse to assimilate to American culture, Laura Makes a Way says. Sheena says there is an HB visa position at a university to teach Black Americans music. Is that right? Pinky says Vivek is not getting more HB1 visas. You don't think so? And you said anti-HR and HR consultant is the name of the content creator. She used to work in HR, Sheila King says. Thank you for that. Laura Makes a Way says, with all those buildings and equipment breaking down in India, they need to stay there. I wish so many people are scrambling for America like we have never, ever known. The scramble for America. It is really outrageous right now. I wish people would, think about their home places, where they come from. Why are they all trying to be here? You said, and stop the visa lottery, Laura Makes a Way says. Pinky says, for Black, go to Lady Bolle video about the Indians start at 3:30. Hear the man talk about this, okay? Let me finish up the rest of the video. Pinky says also, too many people are talking about the work these immigrants do is subpar. They just do it cheaper. You said we have enough tech people here, Laura Makes a Way says, and there are Americans that can do tag work. How can't GEG jobs because of all the immigrants, Pinky says. If the Indians were so smart, then why they can't get industry going in India? Everybody wants to feed off of our magic, off of our force, off of everything that we got going on over here. They're dismantling little by little whatever we got going on over here with all this extra stuff. Sheena says, I just got off of work. I will get back on when I get home if the live is still going. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. And Pinky says Vivek is trying to do what he would have done if he was president. Oh, everybody's trying to be a little mini president to Trump. I hope Trump does not allow them to manipulate him. I really hope not. I hope that he will keep them in order and not the other way around, because I think they're trying him already. They're already trying him to see how much they can get away with. Laura Makes a Way says Musk and Vivek have no say in immigration. They shouldn't. Henry says America should be focusing on investing in program for Americans in middle school and high school. Yeah, they should, Henry. And Sheila says she did the video 2 days ago titled, Why Do Employers Really Favor HB1 Visas? Okay, I might not be able to get to that because I have a couple of other videos to get to, but thank you for letting me know about that, Sheila. Again, please drop it if I can't get to that, because I have this video to finish and a couple of other ones to do. Let me finish the rest of this, and then I'm going to go to Lady Boule real quick. Please hit the like.
In the STEM fields, there are a significant number of Americans who I think would love opportunities if they had the proper training and skills to operate in those jobs fairly well. So why not start and focus there? I'm not of the support or mindset, Caitlin, that we should let in more than the 60+ thousand that were already let into the country. Do we have some deficits? I certainly understand that point, again, to what Catherine was sort of alluding to. But I think by focusing on increasing domestic skill development, you can decrease the furtherance of those deficits by virtue of saying, you know what, we're going to spend more of our time, more of our dollars educating our own citizens to compete for these jobs versus saying, let's increase to 100,000 or maybe even more for employers to bring in individuals from India, which is a predominant country where many of them come from. I don't agree with that at all. And I think folks in the MAGA world have every right to be angry with Vivek and Elon Musk.
Yeah, well, that's an interesting point. But
Yeah, I think it's an interesting point too. What in the world does Vivek think he got going? taking on power, like Musk and him are double teaming seemingly Trump, and they need to stop. So let me go to Lady Boulay real quick. Thank you for, I think I had seen a little bit of this video earlier. Lady Boulay. Let me see. How long ago was it? Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hold on.
Big fan.
Please hit the like, you guys. I really would appreciate that. And let me fast forward this at the timestamp around that. I'll play this clip a little bit quick.
Not as skilled as these foreign workers. Now, guess what he blames it on? He blames the 1990s TV sitcoms for America needing to go abroad to hire workers in STEM programs because he says we're watching the wrong things on TV. He said people should be watching more movies like Whiplash and fewer reruns of Friends. He continued on X and said a culture that venerates Corey from Boy Meets World, or Zack and Slater over Screech in Saved by the Bell, or Stefan over Steve Urkel in Family Matters will not produce the best engineers. In other words, he said America focuses too much on popularity and not on substance. Going to school to be popular as opposed to going to school to learn so that you will be productive in your work life after school. And this might surprise you, but I agree with him. Haven't we been complaining in Black America about the programming that's pushed off on Black people? Focusing just on Black people, Black Americans, our academic progress has been stifled by this country because there has never been an incentive, there has never been any kind of encouragement for Black Americans to be academically excellent. Now, in individual families, yes, and we do have academic excellence, but there has been a constant drumbeat and a constant narrative going around that Black people are not smart, Black people are not intelligent, Black people can't do this. And so to reinforce the idea, the schools where Black people are in a majority have not been properly funded and have not been given the resources that they need to really produce world-class students. And I think we can all agree on that. So he is right there in that regard. Now, the question is, what have white people been doing? They have not been stifled. They have been given the resources that they need to produce academically superior students. And I'm not saying that, they don't produce any, but what he's saying is that they don't produce enough of them. Now, the question is, are there enough white engineers and computer analysts and computer scientists and AI and artificial intelligence experts? Is there a deficit of them? Because they have been given the resources that they need, and that is why he's calling them lazy, because he knows full well they haven't been held back. They've had the resources. Their schools have been funded the way they need to be funded. I think Ramaswamy was born in America, so he knows how the game works. He knows how they segregate, and they try to segregate from Black people. And that is why it's important that he said what he said, a model minority who has had the opportunity to observe them all his life. He's in his 30s or 40s, so he knows exactly what he's talking about. Yes, they are lazy. Yes, they focus on the wrong things. Mainly what they focus on is Black people. So they can't do what they need to do to move the country forward because they're so radar focused on Black people. Listen to what this Black man had to say, and then I'm going to add something.
I've never seen a trick played on some people so wisely and creatively as the immigrants, the Indian and Asian immigrants. No shade on them, but I believe that they are just some of the most ingenious people there are. And never have I seen a trick played on MAGA and white conservative espouse a specific ideology, as I have seen played on them with the Asian and the Indian immigrants. These folks have done a masterful job of just using you all stupidly, making you look stupid while you were distracted, focused on black folks. They have come in, accumulated more wealth than any other group ever. They are the CEOs of the largest companies. Asians and Indians are the largest population in terms of their wealth, of the median income. You were distracted on black folks. And these folks have done a masterful job of just playing themselves or playing you as fools. They saw your weakness. Your weakness is racism. And they use that racism against you to now show exactly who they are and exactly what they want. They are against immigration, but not against their people coming in, the smart people coming in, the cultured people coming in. You dismissed our culture, but their culture can come in. They can tell you to your face and then block you and just annul your ability to make an income and do what you want to do, because they know exactly what they were doing. They came in, they used your racism against you. Now you won't get a job. You're begging for Trump to ensure that your benefits are kept. They are smarter than you, and they used you or us against you. They knew your racism, and they were just masterful at playing three-dimensional chess while you were not even playing checkers. You were playing hopscotch.
Wow.
Yes, they definitely.
Wow. That is crazy. Wow, we got a lot to stomach, y'all. We have a lot to stomach. Let me see what you guys are saying. You said Bannon said stop immigration until Silicon Valley employees 20% Americans. Pinky says that would be a great idea. Yes, Trump 2024 vote pen. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he's going to do. I really hope and pray that he is not going to let Musk and anybody have the upper hand in his administration, that he has the last say and that he won't be off the target of what he's on, because, you know, this is all turning out to make the Indians look a lot more smarter than we once realized. And these other immigrant groups are definitely positioning themselves to have a bit bigger stake here in America. And we are definitely observers. We're not even a part of the game right now. And it's really jacked up. This is what's going on. Laura Makes a Way says Vivek has no power. If he crosses the line, he's gone. I hope so. And thank you for coming in, Henry. Thank you. I appreciate you. Shouldn't encouragement start at home? Laura Makes a Way says. And yes, participate in the conversations. It always helps the live go better. Pinky says Vivek got scholarships to attend college here. America, look at the monster you created. Yes, many of the Indian call centers are all over the place. Henry says Asian played white people big time. Yeah, it looks like that. Like everybody's getting a little bit off on us right now. They got us in a very vulnerable position right now, and people are seeing, they're treating us like we're live feed, like vultures are circling us and they're trying to come in and going for the kill. Henry says, go to the suburb and I bet my gas station are owned by Asian. You think so? Not the Arabs? Pinky says, this black man are confused. Indians don't like his black ass. Okay. And Laura Makes a Way says that man is talking nonsense. It's the other way around. They played his dumb ass. Do you guys think that Trump is going to get played though? That's the question. Will Trump allow himself to be manipulated? Will he allow them to dictate whatever? Now, I was checking out Kanganda platform, and he had a really good video talking about Pan-Africanism, and everything has come to the surface in regards to Fat Joe. Fat Joe has blown up YouTube. I can't go nowhere without seeing a conversation about Fat Joe. Fat Joe is a Latino artist, hip hop artist, whatever, who swears that his group of people, the Latinos, Hispanics, whatever, had a great deal to do with hip hop, just like Black Americans had. 50-50, he wants to say. 50-50. That's not my recollection of what occurred. And it's very ironic that, we're having more discussions about gatekeeping our culture, gatekeeping our identity, us understanding what's really happening in real time, in reality sense, instead of fabrications and lies to ourselves that we tell ourselves through fantasies of Pan-Africanism and other people trying to tell us we're a block of black and that we're all the same and we all came from boats and we all should look at each other the same. And that's not the reality on the ground. I wish people would stop with their lies. But Kanganda or O'Shea Jackson did a video 22 hours ago, and he talks about this regret that he feels that Fat Joe is feeling right now. Again, I have to reiterate, FBA is an online identity that was created or formulated by Tariq Nasheed. I believe in the concept of FBA because there's power in naming us, because we have never taken power and liberty to name ourselves ever before. We always been issued a name that just stuck to us. And it's very powerful to say this is what we want to call ourselves, because that gives more confidence and pride that we have never felt ever before. I just don't really think that Tariq Nasheed is going to do very well longevity wise from how he's been acting and, battling different people. I just don't like his style right now. I think it's overdone with the rhetoric. And I wish that people would stop assuming that all of us want to be considered to be FBA. I like the fact that he's still a Black American. Like everybody that considers themselves FBA are indeed all Black Americans, and that should be what the focus is. But because he alluded to FBA, I guess that's why O'Shea Jackson of Kanganda brought up FBA. But nonetheless, the music, it's our music that we created. A lot of people contributed after the fact, but they didn't have nothing to do with the creation of the music. We did all the genres, and everybody just take and try to say that we didn't do anything, and trying to also give contributions to Africa lately. I've been hearing in little circles of conversation about music and how Africa was invented by, the Africans invented music. Come on. Everybody's trying to get in on our stuff. So let's take a listen to this video, fair use of this video. This is going to talk a little bit more about Pan-Africanism. And the fact is, O'Shea Jackson is Pan-Africanist. He's recognizing the fraud in Pan-Africanism in this video. This is why I wanted to showcase this video most of all. And his perception that somehow you still can be a Pan-African and also be pro-American just does not sit well. I don't think the two can exist in the same vein. You have to pick one or the other. And, if you are going for Pan-Africanism, you're going against yourself, your own survival as an American. That's pretty much what it all boils down to. And we see the vultures and other people that's trying to take over our culture and rename it, respin it, make up the history about it. Everybody's trying to bully us right now. And now I think it's a good time that we're all speaking up, but it just seems like an unending battle. So let's get to this video. Please hit the like, please share, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's go.
And really said some disrespectful things about the FBA lineage, and also hinting at Tariq Nasheed. Now, what did he say in particular?
So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't Black American.
Who are these guys?
You want me to say their name? We're going to give them too much clout. The FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the these brokers is. I'm just keeping it a buck. And their shit is to attack everybody on Twitter. You see this who run them?
FBA is full of broke A ninjas. Okay? That's the clip that really, a part of the clip that really went viral. But he also had this to say about FBA.
These rumors were made by radical Black racists. Let's just say that. Okay? It's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican, don't want to hear Guyanese, they don't want to hear a Black guy that ain't down with them.
All of this stems from Tariq Nasheed's release of Microphone Check, which pretty much gives credit to #FBA, or formerly known as the African American community, for creating the genre of hip hop. Fat Joe contests this idea, and what Fat Joe is saying that hip hop was created equally by the Puerto Rican community as well as the African American community. And many people from the African American community are saying, no, that's not what happened. You know, you guys are saying something different. It's our group that created this particular sound and particular genre. And it makes sense because most of the MCs that are legendary, and a few do come from other communities, but the majority of them come from the African American community. It's not like reggaeton. You don't have a whole bunch of African American reggaeton artists because simply that's not our genre. We happen to be in a genre that we actually affiliate with, and you don't see a whole lot of Puerto Rican rappers in the genre besides him and Big Punisher. But here's a bigger story. The bigger story is that Mav Hoffa, who was also hosting the interview, laughed in the background after Fat Joe said what he said. My brother B-Mouse84 Conscious channel decided to weigh in on this, and he made a strong point about Mav Hoffa.
Rather than again, you know what I mean, Fat Joe was talking about they bunch of broke saying the N-word, this, that, and then at the same time, Mav Hoffa got the nerve to be sitting there, yo, just literally laughing the shit off. And I'm talking about, you're not even trying to check this brother, yo. And see, that right there, Mav Hoffa, you lost a lot of cool points, yo, and you lost so much respect, you know what I'm saying, for like a lot of people, man, because think about it though, yo, if we just think about it, you cannot go up on a Latino platform to where so you can be saying any type of racial term, any kind of like racial terms and this, that, and the third, and of course, you know what I'm saying, you're supposed to be a Black man any damn way. And see, now coming to find out, you know what I mean, he's from the West Indies, he got West Indian culture now, and right now I can really see why, you know what I mean, you laughing at it.
But he also makes this other point in a subsequent video.
Pretty much use Black people and Black culture to get to the top, and how they are two of the biggest culture vultures. If you really take a look at both of their careers though, right, between Fat Joe and Jennifer Lopez, both of them are Puerto Rican though, right? And here's the funny thing about it, in order for, you know what I mean, both of them, you know what I mean, in order for both of their careers to like really go to the top, who did they get around? They got around our people. Like how Fat Joe, when he was hanging around, digging in the creek, BRTC.
But people too busy trying to say we're not a people. Too many people on social media are exclaiming to the mountains that we are not a culture, we're not a people, we don't come from America, we don't count. We need to listen to everybody else and what they tell us to do and how to move, what to believe, what we know our history to be and mean. They want us to forget about everything and just be bitched out by everybody. And we're not going for that. And I'm not speaking in terms of FBA because I am not FBA. I'm speaking in terms of being Indigenous Black American. And many of us don't agree wholeheartedly with Tariq Nasheed. We like some things that he says and some things he goes a little bit too extreme. So FBA is online. It's his group of people that believe in, his principles or whatever the case may be, and some of them align with what Black Americans overall believe. Just people just think that we can't have our own mind on social media. It's really amazing to me. I've been accused of being an FBA, and I keep saying I'm not. I don't know how many ways to say that I'm not FBA. I'm just an Indigenous Black American who happens to believe with certain things that Tariq Nasheed or others might say, because we all happen to be Indigenous Black Americans, people that don't know of any other origin from any other place. And we are trying to gatekeep what people are trying to snatch from us. They're trying to snatch from us, and it's ridiculous. Let's listen some more to this.
He was up there hanging around the brothers, the Lord Finesse, Big L, Showbiz, AG, and them, and then of course he wound up, you know what I mean, like hanging around like Biggie, you know what I'm saying, Wu-Tang, Nas, all of them other rappers and stuff like that though, right? And see, here's another funny thing about like Fat Joe and Jennifer Lopez, so right? Both of them have been around our people early in their careers, you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean? I'm talking about doing records, this, then, and
all kinds of group of people have been feeding off of us. They've been collaborating with us. They've been feeding off of us. They've been getting our energy. They've been using our magic. They've been getting ahead in this genre that we created with our help, and then they turn around and they use it against us and try to play as if they always been there, as if they're the originators of everything, and they're not. And so we have these Latinos that should be appreciative of our craft, what we have created. Instead of being appreciative, they have become sourpuss, and they are just doing the most and saying the most ludicrous things ever.
And here's the funny thing about this though, right? Fat Joe and Jennifer Lopez, when their careers was at a standstill, who did they flock to? FBA. And guess who did they flock to? Murder Inc. Murder Inc. Yo, put it like this though, yo. Murder Inc. saved Jennifer Lopez's career and Fat Joe's career. You wanna know why? When Murder Inc. was hot in the 2000s, guess what though, yo? Think about it. Who were they doing songs with? They've been doing songs with Ja Rule and Ashanti, who were the hottest artists at that time frame. What were they doing? Being culture vultures.
See, that's the thing that I have noticed. People love to grift off of the African American community, the historic African American community, let me say that, or hashtag FBA or hashtag ABOS. And then they want to get all
or hashtag Black American that don't want to have a hashtag attached to their name. How about that? How about Indigenous American? How about that? How about the origins only known of America? How about that? Everybody's trying to put us in a box, and I'm not going for that. I agree with some of the things that's being stated in this video, but I don't agree with everything all the time.
Do you know everything you need to know about car accidents? Are you prepared for the aftermath of a car accident? Let's find out.
Get from you. The moment that you want to try to separate and claim something from yourself, this is not everybody, but you have people that have issue with it, and they want to do revisionist history. This is something that I noticed even in the Pan-African world. Whenever the African-American community wants to kind of delineate for their own purpose,
all we mostly are saying is we have our own identity, respect that we have our own identity like you have your own identity. We don't want to be a goulash of Blackness, because that would erase our identity as being American, indigenous to America, who do not have no other ties that are immigrant related. And people are trying to erase that distinctness from us. And that's what I disagree with the most about erasing our identity as being American, solely known to only America. And we do not have other allegiance. We have not had other allegiances. Just because ideologies such as Pan-Africanism has been out there, Pan-Africanism has been out there, not all of us has fallen for the okie dokie of that. Only a handful of people, handful of fools on social media is rocking the concept of Pan-Africanism, pretending like there's really some shared view or goal that other melanated people have, which they are fighting to survive just like we are, like we should be,
Brothers and sisters shouldn't have a problem with that, but they do. At the same time, while they delineate And they have their own terms: Jamaican American, Nigerian pride, Ghanaian pride.
And nobody says nothing about nobody else's pride but ours. Nobody says nothing wrong about nobody else's pride except for our little old pride. And I think that many of us don't have pride. And now that we're starting to get a little pride just by pronouncing and proclaiming who we want to be called or who we want to be considered, people are all up in an uproar. But they're going to have to get over themselves because, again, we know that this is a lie and it's a gimmick and it's a game and everybody's playing in our faces and everybody's trying to trick us into tricking out for them. And we're not going to do that.
Beto's pride. Hashtag Trinidad tribe. When they want to talk about their stuff, proud Haitian. And that's all good. I love that for them. I don't have no problem with that. But I'm talking about those who have an issue.
And notice we don't have a problem with none of the other people having pride. They just don't want to give us the same respect, y'all. They don't.
When we want to do something for ourselves, all of a sudden it's a problem. But when it comes to going to HBCUs, when it comes to getting into a black quota or fitting the bill, and they can replace the African American, that's easy. That's good work. They deserve it. Then they can come back around and call you lazy and say that you stupid and you live in the greatest country in the world. Why don't you do something? And then at the same time, they'll want you to be like, oh, can you come and invest in Africa?
Yes, the first thing they're going to say is, can you come invest in Africa? Can you come build in Africa? Can you come visit in Africa? Can you come tour in Africa? Can you come do this? Can you come get this? All these expectations upon little old indigenous Americans, better known as Black Americans. Some want to call themselves FBA. Some want to call themselves ADOS, but we still are of the lineage only known of America. That's who we are. People want to use and abuse us and spit us out. And that's how they've been treating us. And Pan-Africanism is just a joke. People are really out here losing a lot of money, losing all their resources, their homes. They're becoming homeless. Some are sickly. Some are unalived, unfortunately, have untimely deaths. All these things that have, that they put upon themselves to do, risking it all for this notion of Pan-Africanism. And a lot of them are losing a lot based off of the lie of Pan-Africanism.
Help build Africa. Now, I'm saying this as a person that's a Pan-African. I love Africa. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't be here.
And I think that you can't be both. If you're going to be Pan-African, you should be making your way to Africa. You should be finding like-minded people to work on your projects and do what you claim that you want to have done. But most times they want your money. Most times they're not trying to connect like that. They want you to do something for free while they benefit off of you.
But these are the problems in the argumentation. On one hand, let's benefit from everything that you guys fought for. And whatever you want to claim for yourself, we take umbrage with that. But at the same time, can you help us come develop what we got? Now, look at what's going on in Ghana. I believe you saw Ja Rule recently build a school in Ghana. Okay? You got talented Ghanaians all over the world. I don't have a problem with him building the school in Ghana. That's great.
And what are the Ghanaians doing for Ghana all over the world? What they're paying their little monies to their families specifically, but they don't help out the vast majority of people that are struggling every day. They don't care about those people because they're okay. Their family's okay. Their tribe's okay. The mindset of Pan-Africanism does not exist on the continent of Africa. And people need to stop feeding us, force feeding us this notion of Pan-Africanism that does not exist at all.
However, you got rich Ghanaians all over America. Do you ever see rich Ghanaians going to the Black community and saying, hey, what can we help y'all build? What can we help you develop?
Not one time have I ever heard of an African ever wanting to help out Black America. Not once. but plenty of times I've heard of Black Americans attempting to do something in Africa, and a lot of times failing or losing a lot of money or losing it all, being scammed, having to be locked in court proceedings, all these types of things. I see the outcomes that's happening to us in real time. And, you know, I just don't think you could be a Pan-African and pro-American. I don't see how the two can exist in the same vein of thought.
No, you don't. It's gonna be real. You don't see that. You do see African Americans though going to Ghana and doing nice stuff, and you do have successful Ghanaian Americans and Ghanaian British, right? And then when you want to decide to claim something for yourself, some people take umbrage to it. But again, I gotta always play this clip because people are gonna act like you didn't know. But we were warned about this many years ago when Dr. Paul Anderson told us this.
One of the alarming predictions you make in the book is along those lines. You mentioned that blacks will be pretty much a permanent underclass in America by the year 2015. Why the year 2015?
2015 because what I've concluded from analysis is that there's going to be a converging of social factors nationally and internationally that's going to place blacks in a permanent status of underclassship. And we anticipate by that point in time, based on all the research that's coming to us, that the next generation of whites is going to be more anti-black than they've been since the Civil Rights Movement. 2, we anticipate by the same token about 86 million Hispanics coming into the United States and about 41 million Asians by that point in time, which is going to kick black folk out of being a minority in the society down to a minority. We've been number 2 in the society for 400 years as a group. We're going to become number 4. And if we have not gotten anything after being number 2 for 400 years, you guess what's going to happen? We become number 4. Because at that point in time, all the new groups coming into America, they're coming in higher than we are because this country operates off of a preferential acceptance program, which means that groups are coming in based on skin color. They're going from the lightest down to the darkest. Light, yellow, brown, black. And that's what our immigration laws are based on. And black folk would not be able to penetrate through those groups to get to the white society when that happens.
And we already see that we're pretty much on the 4th level right now. What's going on right now? What has happened? So he missed the correct year. It's not 2015. It's actually going to be 2025. We have arrived. And the only one that's going to make a dent in this situation is Trump. Unless he's going to get duped by Musk or that Vivek guy, which I hope to goodness that he's not going to allow himself to be duped. But we have to wait and see what Trump's actual actions are going to be. But this conversation that was done many years ago with this famous guy speaking right here is spitting what we're witnessing right now. That's happening to us right now. We are totally being pushed to the back of the bus. And so many other groups of people have risen. And now you see the Indians and Asians or whatever, both collectively making moves, trying to make power moves, doing the most. We see it right now.
Because those groups owe us nothing. They don't understand our problems and they're competitive with us, and we don't begin to be a little more.
And even if they're melanated, they don't care about our problems. They care about their survival. They care about their people. This is the truth. We need to face reality and stop allowing delusional men, whomever they may be, wherever they are, to stay, quarantine these motherfuckers. Stop allowing them to dictate to us a lie. Because the truth is right in front of our face.
About being in a competitive posture, they're going to eat our lunches.
See, the issue is we have been fighting on the behalf of other communities, okay? And I hate to tell you guys this. This is somebody that governments come and ask, can you bring your community to our country? You know, can you put a tour to bring people to our country? And I've been a little hesitant to do that. I might do it because we've had a demand. But one of the reasons why I haven't done it is because you're just not going to get any parity on the continent. And the more that you have tried to do as a community, look at the 1965, I believe it was the immigration bill that Dr. King helped sign in the act, which helped a lot of the immigrants become citizens of America, including South American and Black immigrants. He wanted as many black immigrants to come to America. And the Civil Rights Bill of 1965, the Immigration Act, helped do that. People that are Puerto Ricans, even though Puerto Rico is now a state, they benefit from the community. You know, Fat Joe.
They've been benefiting more than we have, and that's what we have to like understand what's been going on. And Joe, Fat Joe, is illustrating his so-called self-entitlement on our culture. And these people are coming out of the woodworks showing their asses to us. I wish to goodness that we would not support Fat Joe no more and let him know where his money came from. Since we're broke, right? Since Black Americans are so-called broke, we should make sure that we don't spend a dime on any of his records and see how that feels. I bet you he shut the fuck up then. I bet you he'll recant his words then. Okay?
He was getting big amongst blacks. Then he uses the N-word. But this is what happens when you don't stick with your own people. Because Fat Joe used to say he was black. J-Lo used to say she was black. Now all of a sudden they Latino now. You know? Now they say...
Yeah, that's what everybody's been doing. That hustle, saying that they're black just to connect to us, just to use us, just to be a vulture to us. Look at what Kamala Harris attempted to do. This is no less what Fat Joe has done with the other artists. What was her name? J-Lo has done, and many other immigrant groups that claim to conveniently be black just to get our dollar. And then they go back to being what they really are. And they're playing in our faces about our identity because everybody can become us, but we can't be ourselves. It's like it's ridiculous. Everybody can become us, but we can't be ourselves. Is that what we doing?
And they built the country. So the issue is we are too concerned with helping other groups come up and develop. And I am a person that's active in Pan-Africanism, but I will be biased though. And I'm going to say this. I am now more concerned about helping my distinct group elevate to a certain level than I can help anybody else. That's my stance from now on.
And that has to be the stance now on. But that is going to conflict with people that are Pan-Africans because it just does not mesh together. And that's why we are clashing all on social media. This is why people are all up in uproar about how dare we even name ourselves? Who do we think we are to even have the audacity to say that we're somebody finally? And people want us to stay in a box and keep us controlled. And all these melanated groups that have something to benefit off of us want to keep us down, keep us downtrodden, and not have no self-respect or pride while they have their own identities and self-respect. It's very interesting how that works. Oh, what's up, Of the Land? I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming through. You said Trump is fine. That's what Laura Makes a Way says. Let me go back up. Let me see. Vivek I read that already. This black man, I'm confused. Indians don't like his black ass. Okay, I read that. All right, let me go. O'Shea loves Africa. Yeah, he does. He's benefiting off of Africa right now, and he's also helping out some people as well in Africa, I must say, by what he does on YouTube and whatnot. But again, you know, people expect us to give a lot more than what they give to us. So it's not equal at all. Pinky says Trump is a shrewd businessman. Elon and Vivek try to cross him. They will F around and find out. Okay. Yes, this is live Easy X. I wasn't feeling well earlier. My throat was bothering me, but I feel a little bit better now. You said Lord Jamal broke down. Lone Wolf says, is that right? How he break down? Lord Jamal? Jamar. Okay. All right. I heard that he did talk about Fat Joe. I just didn't see all of what he said, to be honest with you. Golden Brown says, for Black, you are up late in New NYC after 8 o'clock. I'm sorry that I just got in, but I was running around doing business today. Oh, that's okay. I wasn't really supposed to come on, but I had a little time. I needed to get distracted and I came on. You said, look at those so-called Black American males laughing. Mm-hmm. Yes, 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 y'all. You said PR, any PR rappers in PR? I don't think so. I don't know any Latino rappers, to be honest. I can't name you one other than Fat Joe. And the other one that passed away, was it Big Pun? Only those two. So I don't understand how they figure they share 50% when I can only think of them two. That doesn't make no damn sense to me. You said you got personality. I give you that. I'm not quite sure who you're talking to, but what's up, Golden Brown? Thank you for coming through. Blue Butterfly says, I wish Fat Joe would just leave it alone. He is so obsessed with Black Americans. He's not the only one. He's trying to force himself and his people on us. He's not the only one. He needs to work on the colorism in his home country and other issues. He is not alone. There's a long list of various people that have our name in the title, in their mouth, nonstop, all day, every day. It does not stop. You said Murder Inc. are also foreigners. Is that right? Laura Makes a Way. What's up, Golden Crown? How are you? You said enough with African American crap. Exactly. We never were African American. That was the worst thing that they sprung on us when they did that name change in the 80s. That really messed up everything that we had got going on at the time. And that has really cemented a lot of demented people now, confused and delusional now about who they should have allegiance to and why they should be who they are. You know, it's really ridiculous. You said, Blue Butterfly says, Laura, yes, I realize your stupidity, our stupidity. We want to help others and bring in others to follow us. Yeah, and they're suffocating us now. That's what they're doing. You said this ish going on is letting us know that our history of accepting all needs to stop. We got to be selective. We got to be protective over our own survival and our own person and our own sanity. Because when people start getting plucked up out of here, mass deportations and all this crap the Democrats are going to try to pull on us, like the Black Caucus and everybody else is going to try to force us to look at what they're talking about, what they're trying to maneuver or tactics that they're going to try to play against Trump. You know, all that stuff is going to all come to a head. We all going to see all this stuff play out, you guys. I hope to be there to do these videos. So please hit the like and share and subscribe. You said Laura Makes a Way. Thank you, Pinky. Accept no one but Americans. Accept us first. You got to. Please hit the like. Nobody else is going to pick us over them. So why are we picking them over us? Why? Nobody else will pick us over them. So why in God's green earth would we pick other people before us? That's insanity. You said Jamaicans are what New York Jamaicans are called. Okay. You said, I ain't doing ish in the jungle. I know that's right. Africans are smart. They don't need our help. They don't. They are smart. Let them tell it. Let them tell it. Golden Brown says, if Africa wants me to help them fight, then they have to set it off first to get me in. I ain't going if they set it off. I ain't got nothing to do with whatever goes on over there, whatever happens with melanated people over here, or I have to be concerned about my own state of mind and own affairs for once in my life. For once. Laura Makes a Way says, why doesn't O'Shea stay in Mama Africa? He is. He's in Uganda right now. You said, wait for them. It ain't going to happen. Easy X says, O'Shea is a capitalist like me. He don't live Africa. He loves money. He does live in Uganda right now. That's where he's at right now. Other Land says most Africans don't have a sense of unity. They don't, but they play like they do on social media against us. They unify to talk about us collectively. I've never seen nothing like it before. If you go on the continent, you don't see no sense of unity nowhere. But then when it comes to us, they're unified against us. That's what's going on social media right now. Otherland says most Africans don't have a sense of unity. So when they leave their country, they don't look back. Nope. Unless it's to help their own family there. Exactly. And we want to play like we don't understand what's going on for their benefit and not ours. That's dumb. Pinky says our people don't like Dr. Anderson, won't read, and they will live to regret it. Yes, they will. Laura Makes a Way says, Easy X, did O'Shea graduate from medical school? I don't know what that's all about. I don't know if he did or didn't. I think he said he did, but I don't know if it's true. Easy X says, Pan-Africanism is a scam. It is. Africans and other blacks use it to their advantage. Yes, they do. At our expense. Bingo, Easy X. Can you shout that out to the mountains? We need to use it to scam our Africans and other foreign blacks. I think we should just leave it where it is. People should just leave us alone already. You said, no, he quit medical school. I believe he's an African. Oh, okay. You think so? I think he said he finished, but I don't know. You said they flexing and posing. Yes, they are. Swagger jacking. Yes, they are. Otherland says the so-called black leadership has allowed others to usurp the rights and resources of indigenous blacks. Look at Al Sharpton allowing immigrants to displace black New Yorkers. Yeah, exactly. He is definitely a thief and a liar. Laura Makes a Way, Al Sharpton is. We black folks need to learn these hard lessons in order to become self-interested in ourselves only. We have to start with ourselves. That's where we got to start. And people don't want us to even think about ourselves. It's very awkward. Yes, he used the N-word and black men allowed it. Can you imagine if Trump didn't win? These people would be laughing so hard at us. Oh, yes, Lord Makes a Way. They would be mocking us every day. They trying to mock us anyways. Gold Crown says, I don't think he meant it like that. There are black Americans in his entourage that got him amped up to say that ish. I'm just saying. You talking about O'Shea? I'm not sure. Pinky says, I'd be ready to check out if he had lost. I know that's right. Otherland says, Fat Joe has the mindset of many white Hispanics. They invaded the Caribbean and took it from the West Indies. We can see this going on in sanctuary cities, but Al Sharpton said nothing about it. Easy X says, unfortunately, most black Americans are still on that we all black-ish. We're going to learn, and it's going to be a punch in the stomach. More than that. But that's for starters. You said he did mean it. They always keep those around. Laura Makes a Way says, who do they keep around? Yeah, that's why you said blacks. Pitbull. Oh, I forgot about Pitbull. He's another one that's really nobody. For real. Easy X says, I'm already 20 years ahead of black Americans who believe in flat blackness. I don't trust anyone, and I bet anyone in my inner circle. Yeah, anyone talking about that flat blackness stuff is hustling you. Otherland says, many of the people that host talk shows and are finding Fat Joe entertaining usually have foreign ancestry. Yup. Henry says they have their own award show in America, but we can't even have BET or NAACP awards to ourselves. Yeah, we can't have nothing, Henry. That's what I'm saying. We used to have stuff and people just took from us. And they're trying to claim everything as their stuff, their shit. It's like, what is going on? Look at Grandma Maxine Waters. Oh, I can't stand her. Golden Brown says, Malcolm said that the help for us must come from within, meaning we must help ourselves. We got to start somewhere, y'all. And the fact that we have so many distractions, I really hope and pray that Trump is going to do the right thing for the country, which is going to be a benefit to Americans overall. It has to be. What I want to do now is I want to take a quick little musical break. I have to grab my dog. But there's one more video I have to play when I get back. And this video I just found today. It's about delusional men. We have a lot of fakery and fuckery going on with these men in the Black community. A lot of people pretending to be leaders, pretending to have plans like Kala, pretending to know what he's doing, and all these bright ideas that's doing nothing but wasting time and trying to get us all tripped up and fooled with their shenanigans of thinking. And a lot of these dudes I'm finding are really, really delusional. I can't say it enough. They're truly delusional. They're pretending to be so many different things. I can't keep up. The simple thing to be is just an American. The simple thing to be is just have integrity and honesty about yourself. The simple thing to do is look at yourself in the mirror, understand that you are somebody and deserving of being loved and appreciated and respected and looked and cared for, instead of allowing other people to come in your ear and tell you that they are more important than you. And you putting other people on pedestals, these men are doing, putting all kinds of people over them. It's ridiculous. And they're trying to tell us as women that we should be following their lead. That's the sickness of what's going on. So when I get back, we're going to look at this last video of this brother. I couldn't believe what he got himself caught up in with this video I'm going to talk about when I get back. But he is truly delusional. And a lot of these men today are make believers. They are posers. They are great big liars. And they need to wake up to the reality that they ain't moving no mountain. Ain't nobody following behind these fools. We're not going to become delusional just like you. We're not going to go. So let me play this song real quick. Please hit the like, share, subscribe, and I'll be right back. All right, all right, all right. I hope you guys enjoyed that song, musical break. That was, excuse me, that was Oh Honey by the Delegation. Oh Honey, old school in the house. Now I was looking through my my notifications and I saw this video. I could not believe this video. There is a guy that was pretending to be a fake CIA agent, and the police somehow got involved and he got caught in a big lie. And this is just reminiscent over the types of guys that we are dealing with that are delusional. I understand that some men are really feeling really bad about not having power or being able to tell people what to do. And they're like lashing out. They're crying out. There's so many different cases that I keep seeing about different posers, people pretending like they can just create a whole nother world in the middle of nowhere. Or they can pretend and pose to be all kinds of different identities that are not true. But this is an example of what I mean about how far gone a lot of our men have become, and the delusions have reached beyond heaven. If there is a place beyond heaven, please check out this video. This is really funny and sad at the same time.
In the overnight hours of February 3rd, 2024, an officer in Greenfield, Wisconsin attempted a traffic stop of a vehicle that was driving reckless. The operator, a 39-year-old man named Tennell, failed to pull over and quickly pulled into a driveway.
Westbound College at 3-8. It's a black SUV. Now we're pulling into a driveway. Adam Victor Young, 8433. Getting out.
Parent for heavy drink.
What's up? Step back. What are you doing?
I don't know. What's up?
What are you? What? Don't reach for anything. Walk in front of my squad. Just walk in front of my squad. You're speeding.
Oh, sorry about that.
Just walk in front of the squad. What's that?
This guy probably OD. He's one of my informants.
He's one of your informants?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll come inside with you. Yeah. All right. Well, who are you?
He said, who are you? This shit is going to get so funny. How deep this goes. I cannot believe how comical this guy has set himself up to be some type of CIA. And he's lying, y'all. He's allowed his delusions to go too far, and the police are confused on what the hell is going on. And this shit is just crazy right here.
Who are you? Like,
Lance.
With who?
Have you heard about these cutting-edge orthopedic insoles that people can't stop talking about? Yes, orthopedic insoles.
I don't know who he's with, but some agency says an informant of his is overdosing.
Hey, Joe.
3850 West College. Yeah, you might as well send rescue.
You alright? Yeah. Sarah overdose. What's up?
What?
Sarah OD. What's up?
Oh, that's
Get the hell out of here!
Nobody OD.
Are you serious? You just stole our money. You just stole our money from our house.
Why did you call?
He stole our money from our house. We have him on video. He is impersonating a cop, or he is pretending to be a cop. We have
He knows these people and he's pretending like he don't know them, that he works for the CIA. And this shit is really what happened, y'all. What is going on with these men? What has happened to y'all? This shit is outrageous.
Yes, it has you and your wife pulling up in your car. We just went to go meet you for drinks at the bar, and you weren't there. You called us. We have proof.
We can talk to you about that. We got more spots on the way.
What did we do wrong?
Who is this guy to you?
He's our friend, supposedly. Supposedly our friend.
You just sent me a thing saying he's
Are you serious?
And I just
Brazil, you come here every day. You've met my son.
So what's going on?
What are you talking about?
And I found
You stole our money from our house.
We'll talk about it.
Who are you? Who are you? Nobody called the cops. You told us you were going to bring our money back.
Yeah, I heard you talking about it.
The money in the safe that you helped install yesterday. Who is this guy? He's a cop?
I don't know who he is.
He's not a cop.
Who is he to you?
He's supposed to be our friend. He just stole money from our house.
Hey,
He took $1,500 from our house.
In the house.
Katie is saying that money missing, so.
Katie's saying it? Are you serious? Is he a real cop?
I'm at their house right now.
Is this man a cop?
They called and said there's OD.
You called and said there was no OD. You just stole money. We were supposed to meet you and your wife out for drinks. Are you a cop?
No, I'm not a cop.
So what are you doing?
Broke into my room. I can show you my room.
He broke into our room.
Show the room.
Can you guys see my room? You guys, who's this guy?
Video surveillance. He has a video.
You come over here. Yeah, you come over here. Somebody go to this building.
Stand by for a second, but.
Can I come inside and talk to you?
Listen, he's like our friend. Listen, married to one of his best friends. He's been here all the time. We hang out with him all the time.
I don't know who he is.
Yeah, he's not a cop.
He's like delusional.
Listen, he's come here all the time. He helped. Yeah.
How many ways could a guy be so delusional to think that he could pretend to be a CIA and to trick cops and to use his own friends for his ploy of lying? Like, this shit, I cannot believe this shit was caught on tape, and this shit is really, he's acting it out and everything, y'all. It's ridiculous.
He helped them.
This is just from earlier. Like, we're on our way out, paid for the drinks. I told him.
We asked him to get us shots
Hold
until
on,
the bar
they're closed.
closed.
We got there late. Fuck you, straight up. You believe in magic? Keep hanging up on me like a little kid. Let me get my shit. What's this about stealing money?
He came in here.
There's no overdose here.
No. Nobody called about an overdose. I don't even know who called. He called.
All right, I'm with 3 parties inside. Everything's simple inside. There's no overdose. I don't know who the subject is outside. There's a robbery, though.
There's a robbery.
Okay.
He came in here.
He said he was going to bring it back.
He helped him install a safe yesterday, and to put his cash in. And it's bolted to our nightstand. And he came in here, and when we pulled up, his wife was in the car, and he came running, not running. We were in the car. We took a picture on Snapchat, and then he came out of the house, and they took off. And then we came in, and he said on his way out, "Got it" to him. We came in here, and our room is all tossed, and
That just tonight?
yeah, just right now. We were deciding if we were gonna call you because he said he was.
But he said he was going to bring it back.
What's going on?
Basically, this guy's an informant. This girl called and said he was OD. I got here, and your buddy sees me speeding, whatever. Now they're saying something about some money missing or whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, who do you work for? Specialty patient. Okay, what company is that? Yeah, and what company? What are we doing here, man?
I don't know. Your buddy's assisting me, so hey, we're good.
Oh my God.
She's fucking high out of her mind right now, so.
Oh my God. This is outrageous. I cannot understand why he thought he would get away with something like this. Why would he even think to do that? He showed his badge, his fake ass badge. He's all dressed up as if he's really like a SWAT team, part of the SWAT team or something like that. Look at them just looking so confused.
And the guy outside is impersonating an officer.
Yeah, he's not a cop. He was our friend. We don't know.
He's the one that was driving that car.
Yeah. Yes, he came into our house and stole money earlier today. Like an
$1,500.
hour ago.
The victim showed the officer text to the suspect stating that he was going to call the cops if he didn't bring his money back. Tanel, who goes by Brazil, then sent a picture of a fake CIA badge with his picture and name on it.
He's like delusional. You're pulling up, entering their room, and taking my shit. And then I've always been nothing but nice to you, bro. What the fuck? Awesome. I have a copy too. I'll be parked in the driveway on my way. You put, and then that's what happened. And he's did this to me before. Like he put a gun to my head already. How do I know I'm gonna be safe?
How did you meet this guy?
Student, his one.
Married to my a friend I've known for 20 years.
Okay. You got an ID on you?
Shot this year.
Okay, well, I'm gonna need you. So, you got any identification as far as your name? No. I'm gonna need that.
Yeah, we don't run with names.
Okay, well, I'm gonna need your name.
Hey, yeah, so what do you want me to do?
What I want you to do is give him your name.
Okay,
yeah. I need a first name and a first name and a last name.
Lance Coleman.
Lance?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
What's your last name?
No.
Can you spell it for me?
C-O-M-E-R.
What's the middle initial for you?
There's none.
Okay, what's your date of birth?
There's none.
I need your date of birth.
Why?
Because I need to identify who you are. You're just flashing a badge around here, man, not giving me anything other than that. Yes, you are. You're going and fucking chasing this guy around. That's who my officer was chasing after.
Nobody. This guy is...
Give me your date of birth.
What is your date of birth?
This guy sells pounds of meth.
Give me your date of birth.
Date of birth or you go to jail right now.
Go to jail.
Give me your date of birth, dude.
12/18.
What year?
84.
Hello, I'm Patrick Stewart. I believe in
birth, dude.
12/18.
What year?
84.
What company do you work for?
Patriot Defense.
Patriot Defense. Okay.
Patriot Defense Group is a private company that supports U.S. Special Forces and the CIA.
Is there a reason that you finally told me now after we've been talking for 5 minutes?
They're in my ear.
Okay, but I'm in front of you.
I rushed over here. He's
okay, but do you understand how weird this looks?
It does.
You show up with this maybe real badge, right? In a vest, all this stuff. You don't know CR, anything at all.
I got the... Sorry.
You have to have permission to talk to people. No, you don't.
Yes.
Can I show you where he broke?
Yeah, is he gonna be good? You want to put him away?
They all look like tweakers, though, to be fair. All of them look like tweakers. So maybe they enabled his delusion by hooking him up on some of that type of crystal or meth or something. Because he said, oh, he sells meth. Maybe he does. Who knows? But the delusions really got him. He's looking really bad out here. It is embarrassing to see that this is going down, but many of our so-called men are delusional on one level or another. And this is extreme right here.
He's good. Just be safe. He's 13. All right. I just don't want to get bit. That's all.
Not that I know he hasn't been nobody. I took him from a friend's house.
Yeah, hold up.
And handle him with this stuff. Hey, I know you don't.
I just want to preface, I'm not here for any drug, if there is in general. I don't care what's inside your
He
house.
just came in here, tossed the whole room. This is the safe that it was in.
That's what he broke open.
Yeah, he broke that open and there's
$1,500 under that safe for a truck.
Okay.
He just helped him install it
He was
yesterday.
a hammer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, we were supposed to meet them at the bar and we were running late.
Okay, so you were supposed to meet him at the bar, you were running late.
Yeah, and
You actually went to the bar.
we went to the bar, he was parked outside.
You
you think while you were at the bar is when he came?
Yeah, so we called, we talked to him on the phone. He said we were at the wrong bar. And we're like, no, this is the only corner club we know. And so we went in, and it was already last call, so we put 20 in the machine. And then by the time we left, he was pulling out when I was waiting for him to come out of the bar.
Okay.
Then when we showed up here, he was coming out of the house, and his wife was in the car.
Okay. Who? Was there any conversation about an overdose? How did you get that?
No, we have no idea what he's talking about.
Okay. All right. Would you guys like to file a report for the burglary? All right. Let me go get my notebook quick, and then I'll come back and sign. Okay?
Yeah, we should have video. He has a ring doorbell.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Do you guys have video that we can wrap this up right away?
Joe does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we take a look at that?
Yeah.
I'll toss them there. Yeah, I saw that. So they let me back there already.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, he took about 1,500.
Just cash?
Just cash.
Anything else in there? Or?
No, just the money was in there.
Okay. They tossed a bunch of shoes and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. He might have.
Yeah, he says we're not going to come in here and check for drugs, even though the guy was telling on him. He was snitching on them. So I think that they do drugs together. They look like they do drugs together, but they were playing it off very well. But still, the guy must got high, and he decided to play this little game with them and steal and lie. And wow, how is he going to get out of this? He ain't.
I'm not sure what's interesting. He's put a gun in my hand before.
Yeah.
Like, because he thought it was whispering talking to his wife.
Yeah.
Okay. It was your impression that he was coming back to give you the money.
The money, yeah.
That's why he said that thing about the...
You put a gun in my head already. How do I know I'm going to be safe meeting you in the driveway?
So you think he came in the back door?
Yeah.
Okay.
And my room was locked, so he broke.
Yeah, he broke in our room. It has a lock on it. You can see the marks on the door. And then he was telling us he was going to bring it back. That's why we didn't call you guys, because we told him we were going to call the cops. And yeah, when he said he was going to be here to bring the money back, that's when you guys were here. Yeah, the money's got to be in the car, right? Are we allowed to get that money back?
Give us the money.
Like, are you guys allowed to search your car to see if our money's in there?
Just pull up that CIA thing.
Oh, the CIA one?
This is saying he works for the CIA?
Dude, we found that on Etsy.
Be sure to show my credentials.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just did a Google
search or whatever.
Just for our knowledge, nobody in here is an informant with anyone?
No.
Yeah.
Are you able? My email's on the bottom of the card here. Right down there. Can you screenshot any pertinent text messages, especially the one with the CIA poster that he sent you?
Okay.
And just send them to my email so we can attach it to the case.
They called the EOD.
Who called?
Yeah, shit called. So here's OD Joe real quick.
In there knows who you are. Yeah.
I get first last name. So the white guy named last name's Wagner. Then you have Katie. And then you have Joy. Signature or something like that? Yes.
Good.
What's Joy's last name?
What opportunity? What is your name? You didn't come back on file, so now you're lying.
We could just go 10-12 with them. Take out of I told you my last name, Homer. You got yours?
Yeah.
Hey, they're putting me in handcuffs right now.
No. Turn around. Who are you talking to?
Who are you talking to?
Don't move. Don't move.
Don't move.
You got a wallet on you? You're under arrest for obstructing right now. You're on the clock.
No problem.
That's not work. We know this guy. We know this guy. Can you hold on a minute?
Impersonating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you open this up? Impersonating. Come on. You're going crazy.
Oh my God.
Alright, so let's see for a minute. So there's the gun in between the seat. You can see it.
Sorry, that's your foot forward.
Wow.
Over here. Seat.
Tonell's badge was a CIA Special Activities Division replica. He was transported to the Greenfield Police Department for processing, where he punched a brick wall, breaking his hand.
Oh my
He was treated
God.
at a local hospital and booked into the Milwaukee County Jail for a multitude of felony charges, including possession of a firearm and body armor by a convicted felon, burglary, and impersonating an officer. Tunnell's bond was set at $7,500, which he posted after 3 months of being in custody.
Damn, 3 months? Wow. Whoa. I've never seen nothing like that before. But this goes to show you how far a lot of people will go to do crime, commit crime, impersonate others, to trick other people, or whatever bullshit that they got going on in their brain. I think he was high. I think the people that was in that house get high. And I think that they were lucky for that dog not to go to that house and sniff about, because they probably would have found hardcore drugs that the police were like, oh, we're not going to go search for drugs or nothing like that. How convenient. Hook them up. Let me see what you guys are saying. Wow. You said, okay, I'll play Natalie Cole at the end. I wish you love. Okay. I'll do that for you, Golden Brown. Let me go back up. Yes, we don't have anything, Henry. And it's because a lot of us are not taking our situation serious enough. People are just running games around us. They're playing too much in our faces and everything else right now. You said have their own because their men make sure that they do. Our men are too busy trying to be with their women, so we ain't gonna have shit. Yeah, they either want to be passport bros or hoes, I would say, passport hoes, or they want to be Pan-African liars, or they want to be outright posers, agents. All kinds of stuff is happening. Mind control like a mother effer. Gold Crown says. Weird world, weird men and the women on their leashes, not I. I know that's right. I'd rather be alone than being hooked up with some crazy delusional man. That's for damn sure. Golden Brown says, I would love for Black people to learn what credit unions and cooperative businesses are. That is where we can gain power and freedom. But who will we trust, Golden Brown? That's the problem. Because of all the scamming and all the people that are trying to steal money, how could we trust right now? That's the biggest issue we have, trust. You said we can create our own credit unions and cooperative businesses. There was a guy named Lou Major that lied and said that he was going to make a bank, and he stole over $500,000 just a few years ago. I did a story about him many times, warning against trusting him, and people still trusted that clown. Pinky says a lot of us know, and those of our people that have to start something like that, just get out of the community, not wasting their money. Pinky says, I watched a video of a Black man who opened a store in an area where our people could have jobs. Now he's getting sued by customers. Why? Why, Pinky? You said some of his employees poisoned food because they didn't like the way he talked to them. Dang. That's messed up. Golden Brown says there is what is called a poor person credit union and a corporation credit union. A poor person credit union is limited to $5 million and a corporation credit union is unlimited. I can't believe they poisoned the food. Did you start the credit union with your $5 million? You better go shut it down, Pinky says. Can you believe that? To hurt him now. Those fools out of work. Where was this? My God, Laura Makes a Way says. I saw this. Pinky says, I don't remember that. I don't remember, but the video is on Simply Said YouTube channel. Simply Said, subscribe. Oh, okay. He's sick, crashing out. Yes, he was. Oh, hell no. Good. She's not afraid to talk. No, she wasn't. She was appalled. He said, look at him tweaking. Yes, he definitely was. I think they all were high, to be honest. Look at the badge. Easy X says, but in this country, you can be anything you wish to be, and we have to respect all individuals and their right to be anything. Thanks, Democrats. Oh, man. Ain't that something? You could be anything you want to be. His pronouns, Laura Makes a Way says, pronouns. Wow. Search the house for drugs. That's what I'm talking about. He said, we're not going to search the house for drugs. You ain't got to worry about that. Why did he know you had money? Yeah, why did he have to tell it? Oh, I think he probably set up them having that in the house to begin with. Other Land says, over the last few years, many scammers have used the I'm with the CIA tactics on their victims. Don't know why. I think it's a new confidence game. Wow. Search Toenail. Toenail, who is that? Okay. On Google. If that was a house full of black folks, it may have gone different, a lot more different. His name is Toenail Love. Who is that? Is that the name of the guy that was just on the video you talking about? Hold on. Toenail Love. I don't know who that is. Okay. Okay, once upon a time, it was a no-go to disclose one's employment with the CIA. Maybe these young scammers didn't get the memo. Yeah, he's a chubby, very chubby CIA guy. He was talking to the universe. He was mad the white police harassed him. Yeah, he got pulled over by the cops. Milwaukee be having the strangest ish going on there. All crackheads and the police knew drugs were in the house. Yes, they did. They were definitely junkies. For Black, I saw a video from Sebastian Cole channel about all the scamming going on when he visited Congo Central Africa. I was laughing my ass off. Even white guys get scammed. Have you ever been there to Other Land? It's a mess. You haven't been to Milwaukee. But on YouTube, some of the craziest cases, some come out of there. And Michigan. You said he got locked up in Russia. You said, I was wondering if it was something in their water making them go crazy. Yes, Michigan too, definitely something in some of their water. I can't get an understanding on why that guy decided to play like he was CIA though. What got in his brain to make him think that he could trick and fool around like that? But that just goes to show you there's something missing going on in the brains of many of our black men that are just too delusional right now. And it goes under the category of just power hungry, thirsty men looking to get something out of thin air, some semblance of power that they don't have in real life. That's why you have so many people running around talking about Pan-African talk. But, you know, we have less than 3 weeks to go now for Trump to get in office. So I will be doing some videos about Pan-African talk more until he gets in office, because there's certain videos that I want to do. I have to figure out which ones I want to show first, coming up pretty soon. I hope I'm not coming down with a cold. My throat is really going in and out right now. But I just wanted to come on real quick just to showcase a little taste of what I want to show, which is, you know, Pan-African talk. We're going to get into some more conversations about Pan-African talk and this lie that's going around and the tug of warring that's going on social media right now. Using our name in the title. Many content creators that are African, like Khazarian Empire, as you know, Afrodamus and others, can't seem to stop talking about Black Americans to save their life. And there is a live that's going on that I'm checking out with Q Butter, because they're really talking about Pan-Africanism a lot. So I'm going to probably showcase a video tomorrow of Q Butter and some other videos that I want to talk about. But I hope that you guys would do me a favor by liking and sharing the video. My voice is going in and out. So you said ginger. Yeah, that's what I took yesterday, some ginger, when I felt like I was starting to come down with something. You said, I believe he was trying to do robberies. Laura Makes a Way says, a lot of Black young men think they are rappers or can rap and become famous. Even still, after everything that's going on, Easy X, you still have some fools that's still trying to be rappers, when obviously that era is over. It's becoming to an end. It's coming to an end. When will our people wake up and understand that we don't have the luxury to waste all this time daydreaming and pretending to be something that we'll never be? I don't know what it's going to take, but a big shakeup is coming. A big wake-up call is coming around the corner when Trump gets in office. And I hope to goodness that we're not going to be so dumbed down to not even notice. He said, I believe he's trying to do robberies. Yeah, he did some robberies. I still don't understand, Henry says, how people can talk about building Africa when we have towns left by our ancestors that abandoned. That's what I can't get. And as I said, Henry, if these men that are lying about Africa won't attempt to do something here in America, you can count me out about anything else. Because if you want to trust going elsewhere, you got to show proof here where you are. You got to show that you have what it takes to be able to do something here. You can't just show us imaginary pictures and AI video like Kala's doing. He showed a whole, let me see if I can find that video that he showed. It was just so funny. Kala was really on a roll, thinking that he was doing something last night. Let me find that. See if I can find it. But he showed this depiction of another world that he and his colleague, whoever he is, I forgot his name. He wanted to call himself a captain of something. But he had this depiction. Oh, here it is. Oh, Lord, here we go. This is incredible. This is how far Kala has gone and lost his mind, believing that they're going to produce this imaginary city in the country that they want to like take over. Let's see, where does it begin? When I saw this, I was like, oh my God, this was way too much. But this is what Akon did. This is exactly what Dr. Ericana also did. She showed a fictitious Wakanda city for Ghana. That's been about 5 years ago. No proof of no building, of no Wakanda city. But all that money that she's garnered, she's pocketed all that money, just like Hope City was a hoax in Ghana with that other president that's now president again, Mahama. They just show you pictures and emanation of a city or a town. There's a lot of this. Hold on, I'm just going to show us. Okay, here it is in the beginning. I want to show the beginning because in the beginning, this is where the delusion begins. If they believe that they're going to be allowed to have some type of militia over there in Africa, that's where the delusion begins. But this is what Kala showed last night. I couldn't believe it.
FBA is my whole life, bro.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're around knuckleheads your whole life.
Yeah, I was around FBA,
Go ahead. Let's brother play the video, man.
Okay, all right. For those that haven't seen this, this is what a part of the vision is. It's not done yet, but this is part of the vision. Okay, so that's the end result. We will defend this. I'm telling you, when nobody's gonna mess with us. In the end, we will protect our nation and we will possess our freedom forever. So now, this is what we're looking for. We're going to find land, unoccupied, undeveloped territory. Just like this, where there's nothing there. Nothing. Jungle for as far as you can see. And then on that nation, then once we get the nation, now we have the land. Now we're landing. This is the pioneer force comes in. So the pioneer force has to establish a security perimeter, and the pioneer force then has to start offloading the earth-moving equipment and all the engineering so that we can start clearing the land. Once you start clearing the land, the value goes up immensely. Immensely. So now, what do we have to build first?
Does this seem like it's possible? Does this really seem like it's a doable thing where they can make out their own borders? They can go and take land that no one has given them in Africa somewhere. And they just said that they're not going to ask. They're just going to take the land and do all these things without the government being involved, without the people on the land being upset. Don't you call this delusion, y'all? What would you call this?
In conjunction, we have to build a port. Naturally, you need a port so you can bring in a lot of material in order to do the construction. So you'll bring in more trucks, you'll bring in concrete, rebar, all of that stuff. When the initial port is built, then we have a port where containers can come in, and we have a flow of containers coming for years. Now we have to build an airfield. So in conjunction with the port, we start building an airfield. First thing we have to build is one airstrip, an airstrip that will be able to handle essentially military-grade aircraft in order to bring in material to the nation itself. Now, in conjunction, we start building up housing, oceanfront properties for the future, for future sale. I know I wouldn't mind having an ocean view. I think we deserve it. And so then we start building other structures. So commercial building, commercial real estate, residential condos, etc., all of that type of stuff. Resorts, build on the coastline too, so people can come visit. Now this is part of like the medical stuff. We will have the best medical in the world. We have the wealth and the resources to do it. And in the end, 50 years from then,
what resources? He is imagining that everybody that is considered a Black American or African American, whatever, is supposed to be on board to contribute to this dream, this fantasy, this delusion of building somewhere out there in Africa. And this looks reminiscent to what kind of city looked like with Dr. Ericana. Is reminiscent to what Akon did before. Is reminiscent to all the Pan-African liars before them. And they continue this Pan-African lie. They should be trying to build in Detroit. This was suggested by somebody that came on the platform saying that Detroit needed to be fixed up, and they scoffed at it. Kala scoffed at that. That's what these men ought to be wanting to do. But they have tapped out, and they want to bring us into the mind of delusion of thinking that they can really create this world right here that they are alluding to. This is all a big lie, a Pan-African lie, a Pan-African dream.
that's what we're gonna leave our kids. A clean, safe place. There's not even no chewing gum on the ground. There ain't no trash or that we don't litter. Our kids are very respectful of their elders. We use nuclear power, solar power, energy, all of that power. Then as our ports expand, it gets bigger. So now we're able to be a commercial and financial hub in Africa. Beautiful airports, beautiful all of that. That's the kind of stuff that, and once again, clean and 100% safe. That's it. That's what we want to end with, like that. Anyone in the world, an international airport, we will make investments all over the planet. And when people come there, they'll never have to worry about getting shot, killed, this, that. They're not going to have to worry about getting cursed out, people acting a fool.
You ain't got to worry about nobody, right? Like the Africans are just going to set aside and move out the way from whatever that they imagine. The Africans are just going to leave them alone to just do whatever they want to do on the continent. It is delusional. I cannot believe how delusional this has become. But it's laughable. It's sad at the same time, just like the CIA pretend guy. They're all delusional. I've never seen all these types of men coming off the woodwork talking like this until now.
None of that stuff. All of those people that want to act like a fool, guess what? We're going to leave your black ass in America. You ain't coming. So there you go, guys. That's the dream, and that goal can be done. And that means that we have jobs for the next 100 years for our people. Because if we don't do this, some of you with your black asses...
As if they're going to be alive. Colin would be lucky to be alive another 5 to 10 years. There ain't no guarantee that he's even going to see 5 more years from now. But this is what he got going on, and this is what delusion looks like. Let me see what you guys got to say, and then I'm going to conclude this video. I just wanted to let y'all see how deep this rabbit hole has become, getting deeper and deeper. And a lot of people are just believing in the hype of Pan-Africanism. If you're fooled, I guess. I guess. Let me see. It's possible. Oh, how is it possible? Let me go back up. I know I need to have some lime, and I have some lemon and ginger. I'm going to make that when I get off. Thank you for that, Gold, Crown, and everybody that cares. My voice is just going in and out. It's been doing it for the last few days. Pinky says, using your name in the title because we are the only ones, people are interested in hearing about. It's sad, but we are like a phenomenon that is, I don't know. It's weird though. It's weird to really scratch your head, wrap your head around how so many people can have so much to say about one group of people. Take Indonesia. Yeah, I think I've heard of that before. Laura makes a way. Search Uru just put out a video with a man from Zanzibar telling lies about us as if his people were free and sold us. They were and still are experiencing slavery. What? Everybody got something to say about us. Yes, go build Youngstown. Arabs control Zanzibar. Is that right? We can either rebuild our old freedmen town and repopulate them or move to majority black cities. Yeah, that's true, Henry. That sounds doable. Not this other crap. You said that would be an interesting live stream of historical Black American towns that were or abandoned. Maybe groups of us can buy back the land and reestablish those towns. Man, there's so much money that would take. Easy Acts, who would take the charge of that? I don't know. That's a good idea, but not many of us are concerned about our own survival here. Golden Brown says, where is the money going to come from to build the abandoned towns in America and to do that if raised by us? Yeah, we're not committed to anything right now. We're not committed to too much of anything. Yeah, I need to get me some chewable vitamin C. You're right about that. I'm going to have to go get me some tomorrow. You said 50 Cent have the second most real estate in Shreveport, Louisiana. He's turning Shreveport to Black Hollywood. Really? I haven't heard that. You said it's been violent for years, Laura Mixaway says. Pinky says we'll move into those towns in 5 years tops. It will be thriving. They can live with each other. We can't, and a lot of us don't want to try. We don't want to try. These men are hunger for power. They want to dominate over us. They dream about having some women to tell what to do. It ain't happening over here. Pinky says, hungry lions, tigers, and bears waiting for human snacks. I know that's right. Henry says, Pinky, maybe, but we still need to do for ourselves. We do, but so many of us are scatterbrained right now, Henry. How many of us are really going to be on one accord about one idea? He said, yes, Searcher Uru has a video today with an African man in Zanzibar saying his ancestors sold us. It's the Arabs that controlled that land, not his ancestors. Everybody wants to claim us. I'm like, stop trying to claim us. I don't want to be claimed. I don't care about what happened 400 or 500 years ago. That ship has sailed. Who cares? We're not related no more. Doesn't matter. You kicked my ancestor, if that's true, on her or his ear, left for dead. And now that you guys are struggling, now y'all want us to care about what's going on with y'all. And it's just a little bit too late. Like that song, too much, too little, too late to care. Like we literally don't have a heart. And it's sad, but it's true. Easy X says it's plausible, but not on beachfront property. Pinky says, to be honest, I think we're done. It sounds like we may be done. A lot of us are pretty much done. If they have drifted to so many different delusions that's going on out here. You said, Henry says, Pinky, that might be true, but that still can't stop us from creating stuff for us. And Laura Makes a Way says, African Goddess told him it was doable. Oh, she's trying to be nice. That's what she's trying to do, trying to be a good person for his delusion. Don't be delusional with him, African Goddess. Please don't go there. Henry says, Pinky, we can't discriminate that lawsuit, but it better to have our own stuff. of the Land says, I call Kala's dreams just another fraud. Another fraud. Just because people can't create cities on a video doesn't mean they can in real life. Exactly. We already seen this game before. Dr. Eric kind of did it with Wakanda City in Ghana. Where is Wakanda City at, y'all? Didn't she talk about that in 2019? This is 2025, going on 2025 in the next couple of days. She ain't created nothing, but she got all that money. Talking about it'll take 30 to 40 years to do. How convenient. How convenient. And that's what all these other fraudsters are going to come at us with. Pinky says, I tell people do for self and family, forget the group. You got to. Yeah, that's true, but look at what 50 Cent's doing in Shreveport. Easy access is plausible, but I would never trust them because they are panties. Exactly. I don't think it's plausible to do in Africa, though, Easy X. The Africans are not going to sit idly by and let that happen. They're not. Henry says 50 Cent got a venue and he's building a movie studio in Shreveport and probably condo downtown, okay? Shreveport needs everything. Whatever you take on there, an African will want and steal it. You can't live around poor people. You can't. They need jobs. Lord makes a way. Exactly. Slim Thug, Mike Epps, Beyonce all got neighborhood in America. Yeah, they do. CIA pretend guy for first FBA president. Oh, yeah. Other Land says, all I've seen Africa do is lease land to foreigners and later bulldoze them. They have a good time bulldozing Kala City and selling the scrap metal. Yeah. Yep. Or take it over. Take over whatever he would build, which he's not going to build because ain't nobody going to follow him. Ain't nobody going to give up money no more. People are done trusting Pan-Africans. We're done. Henry says, Johnson just bought 20 acres of land. She can build a whole city if she wants to. What? Who is that? The first name, I don't know how to pronounce it. So Kala will be the leader, so he thinks. Telling who what? I wonder. The rapper, college student, and basketball player. Oh, okay. I never heard of him before. Of the Land said if Kala was serious, he restores some of those abandoned towns. But when other races buy the towns and live in them, Kala will cry racism. Yeah. They had all this time to do these types of things, but they haven't done anything. And that's what you're supposed to start at home. You're supposed to start in America before you dive in and think about dreaming of another place. It's ridiculous. Pinky says, do what if his ancestors sold my ancestor, he's still living impoverished. Okay, Easy X says the money would come from those of us that are committed and focused on developing livable, sustainable, productive Black communities. I'm optimistic it could happen. There's that panty in you, Easy X. It still shimmers through sometimes, just a little bit. Picky says, to be honest, I'm not living any place Blacks are. The majority are ruining the town or running the town. Yep. Africans bulldoze their own people's homes. Exactly. No, Kala is actually live right now. I'm going to watch the rest of his live to see if he's talking about me yet again. Maybe he got a glimpse of this live to understand that I do not claim FBA. I claim to be Indigenous American who happens to agree with some of the talking points of what FBA agrees to or thinks on, because they are Black Americans. Ultimately, we're Black Americans. We're going to have a rocky time once Trump is in office, and I'm really looking forward to doing videos about what he's going to be doing. He's been mighty quiet, Trump has been lately. I know that he went to, he had some speech he did about a week ago, but prior to that or after that, he hasn't really said too much of anything. So he's hunkering down. And Trump's thinking of a master plan. And I just hope this plan is going to be feasible and doable and digestible for us to survive it. But we have to wait and see what he's going to do. I am kind of concerned about Elon Musk. He's a little bit too aggressive in what he be saying. And he's a foreigner come from South Africa talking as if he's regulating. So I hope that he's not going to be talking more than Trump. I hope he's not going to be masking Trump's voice. But meanwhile, while real men are making real moves and making power moves, pivoting to do this and that and the other, our men are lost in the sauce about who they still want to be called, trying to be accepted by other groups of people that will never accept you. We are still last in a lot of regards because we care, some of us, about what others think about us, which is keeping this conversation of, you know, who we want to be and what we want to do and what's going to happen in the next 4 years. I hope that we wake up out of this cloud, this slumber that we are finding ourselves, a lot of us are in. I hope that God will shock a lot of us once these mass deportations happen, to where a lot of our stupidity talk and delusions will stop or at least lessen. But we have to wait and see. Let me see. It said, yes, that's why many African countries can't build. They stay bulldozing all the time. Yeah, they do. You said what they need to do is block Kala when he tries to return to the United States. Oh, that would be funny. That would be funny for all the ones that be talking this mess about not needing not needing America, not wanting to be involved with America. They hate America. They should be given a wake-up call like that. That would be funny to me. You said then he will be forced to stay. Yeah, and do his so-called delusional dream that he's talking about that will never be. Pinky says, and if the town starts black, it won't stay black. The men will invite others in. Forget it. Exactly. That would never be. Otherland says, yes, I wish that these scammers who want to build in Africa would be forced to stay there. You said, I'm talking about building black communities in the United States, not Africa. No way I want that. That panty side of me is dead. No more Kwanzaa for me. Well, if you have some bright ideas, if you know any real big, you got to have people that's able to do construction and all these types of things. Who are all these people that we need to have connections to? Sheila King says, Tariq Nasheed and the Hidden History Museum, virtual video and all of what it will look like ain't nothing but a jukebox, a juke joint. Shame. Tariq pocketed that money living in a mansion. Yeah, that's why I can't call myself FBA, Sheila. I like the concept of FBA, but I don't like how Tariq Nasheed has really manipulated his groups of followers that believe in everything that he sells. And Tariq Nasheed is making a killing. He's making a killing off of these videos on YouTube. He's making a killing on Twitter or wherever else social media is at. He's making a killing off of the documentaries and these other videos that he keeps doing. Deodorant and all kinds of things. He's marketing to a pool of followers that he's making a supply, making his money off of the followers, and nobody else is making money but him. So there's something wrong with that picture to me. And I can't rock with someone that is obviously taking advantage of his followers I mean, he says some good things sometimes, but I don't want him being anything near a leader to me. He said, Pinky, you do realize your logic is saying I don't want nothing because other people go have it. And of the land, they might not be able to afford to come back, Pinky says. Of the land says, yes, I didn't vote for Elon Musk. Don't like electric vehicles that I believe he promotes. Yeah, he does. Gold Crown says, peace and praises to all for Black of the Land. Thank you for coming through again. Other Land says, yes, them not coming back would be a good thing. No more scammers here. Yeah, we need to. I wish there was a simple division or divide that people would just get out the way and leave us alone. But they're not, unfortunately. Pinky says, Henry, I'm saying you won't have anything around too many blacks. That may be true. People keep saying that we can live together and get along, and we don't see no evidence of that nowhere. No evidence of that any damn where. That's why Pan-Africanism is a lie. They will call in the Hispanics for construction. Then, bam, Lower Makes a Way says. Henry says, this is how we take it over. We buy property in our community and create a new business or rebuild home. It's not hard. Okay, Henry, I heard you. Detroit is really black, Lower Makes a Way says. You said juke joint. Yeah, that was funny. Easy X says, Pinky, if we have sun up towns, all these people that black men invite to the town would have to leave by sunup or sunrise. Wow. Yes, try with Detroit. Someone suggested that to Colin. He was really upset when they did. Henry says there's plenty of black organizations that renovating black neighborhoods. It's not that hard to rebuild. We just finding obstacles. Ligma says, stop hoarding. What are you talking about? Pinky says they will chicken bones, then beer cans in the walls. I've seen it happen in Vegas. Okay. And Of the Land says that's true. The problem in the past with black neighborhoods is the influx of drugs, something we don't control, and corruption won't stop it. Golden Brown says that is a good concept to Easy X. And Ligman go playing traffic. With that being said, y'all, I want to play a song that someone asked earlier for. Natalie Cole. Is called Wish You Love. We have to wait and see what's going to happen in the next year or so with Trump. But it is a good idea to think about rebuilding Detroit. That was the mecca of black people. And there are a lot of abandoned buildings all over the place. I don't know why none of us are interested in that. That is something that we should consider. But I don't know who to talk to about that other than among y'all. But that is a good idea, Easy X, and whoever else is talking about Detroit. That is a good idea. That is actually a good idea. But I don't think many of us believe that to be true. Like the ones that are running around talking about Africa all the damn time definitely are not going to be down for building in Detroit. So we have an issue with finding people to believe in the same concept. Enough of us to believe in the same concept. Please hit the like, you guys. Here is Natalie Cole, and this will conclude the video. Please like and share and subscribe to my channel. I may not be back tomorrow. If I do, it's going to be later on in the morning. If my voice can get better, I will be back. But I might have to let it rest for an extra day or so. I guess it feels okay right now, but it keeps going in and out.
Goodbye. No use leading without chills. This is where never lovers, ever friends. Goodbye, let our hearts cohabitate. But before you walk away, I sincerely want to say I wish you bluebirds in the spring to give your heart a song to sing and then a kiss. But more than this, I wish you love. And in July, a lemonade to cool you in, some leafy lane. I wish you health, but more than well, I wish you love. My breaking heart and I agree that you and I could never be. So with my best, my very best, I set you free. I wish you shelter from the storm, a cozy fire to keep you warm. But most of all, when snowflakes fall, I wish you love.